निवासिनि विष्णुविलासिनि जिष्णुनुते.
One news is from 2016 and one is an update about that same topic in 2022. Check out this 2016 news. We have know about this. Indian liberals don't know about this at all, right? ओबामा भाई साहब ने क्या किया कि 9/11 के जो विक्टिम्स थे उनके फैमिलीज ने डिसाइड किया था कि वो सू करेंगे सऊदी अरेबियन गवर्नमेंट को. ओबामा ने 2016 में उसको वीटो कर दिया कि नहीं कोई सू नहीं होगा. Yes we can, हम सू नहीं करेंगे. तो जितना दुख है घर में बैठ के दुख करो, डिप्रेशन का दवाई खाओ, हम सऊदी अरेबिया को सू नहीं करेंगे क्योंकि हमको तो भाई उनसे तेल चाहिए. बट आफ्टर दैट द सेनेट overwhelmingly rejects Obama veto of Saudi September 11 bill. Okay, but ये था 2016 का बात. We'll get to what happened in 2022. But at that time, Senate I think was already Republican, which is why they rejected the veto. But you have to know this: the true side, the dark side of Obama. Next is what happened in 2022. This is from 2022. Okay, America made a deal with the devil as families sue Saudi Arabia. Last best hope for a trial over the terrorist attacks from before a New York judge now. They are still trying to sue Saudi Arabia, and we still haven't sued China for the Kung Flu virus, by the way. But this is in 2022, okay? 21 years after the incident. We all know USA loves Saudi Arabian values like free speech and democracy, and Obama was trying to simply help them. Yes, exactly. The US government made a quote-unquote deal with the devil, and a tireless group of 9/11 loved ones say they are fighting for their day in the court to finally prove why that was such a horrifically bad decision. No public trial over the September 11, 2001 terrorist attacks has ever been held, though many fought for one. And the last best hope, quote unquote, is playing out in federal court in Manhattan now. The families want to expose how 19 Al-Qaeda hijackers, 15 of them Saudi nationals, crashed 4 jets, killing nearly 3,000 in one day, got financial help. They are suing Saudi Arabia to force some type of admission. We want to make history right and correct the narrative, Bret Eagleson told the Boston Herald this week. We want to see Saudi Arabia say they helped the hijackers. Eagleson, who was 15 years old when his dad died when the Twin Towers collapsed 21 years ago today, said newly declassified FBI documents state Omar al-Bayoumi was paid a monthly stipend as a co-optee of the Saudi General Intelligence Presidency. That redacted FBI electronic communication shared with the Herald goes on to state the support for that foreign agent came, quote unquote, via then Ambassador Prince Bandar bin Sultan Al Saud. Prince Bandar was Saudi Arabia's ambassador to the US from 1983 to 2005. 2001 में उनको फंड करके 2005 तक यूएसए में बैठा था. Omar al-Bayoumi was a California-based Saudi spy. Declassified FBI documents state, according to multiple reports. The 9/11 Commission never knew this. Great. It is alleged al-Bayoumi helped 9/11 hijackers Nawaf al-Hazmi and Khalid al-Midhar, who were the first to arrive in the US when they landed in Los Angeles in January 2000. So this is 2022's report. So तब तक शायद इनको पता नहीं है कि ये लोग CIA के भी recruits थे. So whether CIA directly helped them do 9/11 or they were double agents, we don't know that as of yet. That Southern California terror cell was exposed years later in an FBI report titled Pent Bomb. They had to have been helped. They couldn't even find their way out of LAX. LAX is Los Angeles airport का नाम है LAX. LAX because they didn't know what an exit sign was. अनपढ़ गवार थे, जाहिल थे, तो एग्जिट साइन भी पढ़ना नहीं आता है. Said Eagleson. Those first two hijackers would move on to San Diego, where they attempted to train as pilots, not needing to know how to take off or land. सिर्फ उड़ाना है, उड़ा के घुसा देना है. And then ultimately, with a lot of help, boarded Flight 77, slamming it into the Pentagon on 9/11, killing 64 people on the plane and 125 people in the Pentagon. The 3 other hijacked jets, Flight 11 and Flight 175 out of Logan International Airport in Boston and Flight 93 out of Newark International Airport, slammed into the Twin Towers and a field in Shanksville, Pennsylvania, respectively on 9/11 in the first act of mass murder. Now the civil action 9/11 families are pursuing the US District Court for the Southern District of New York. Just finished up limited discovery, and now Saudi officials are preparing to seek a second dismissal of the case. Oral arguments could be set for the spring when the 9/11 families with 10,000 plaintiffs join in, could witness the first courtroom accounting of what's been dredged up, or possibly not. Quote, the lawsuit could end in some type of agreement, a payoff, or it will go away, said Kurt Lippold, the former commander of the USS Cole, who is an adjunct professor at the Naval Academy and an expert on terrorism. His destroyer was attacked by terrorists on October 12, 2000, while making a prearranged fuel stop at the port of Aden, Yemen. Lippold said the lawsuit against the Saudis could quote unquote keep the pressure on the kingdom to seek more reforms, but the US government remains linked to the nation in the fight against Islamic extremism. It's a harsh recognition that you occasionally have to deal with an unsavory government, he explained, adding the 9/11 families have quote unquote suffered an unimaginable loss, but the outcome of the lawsuit is uncertain. Deborah Deborah Burlingame, whose brother was one of the pilots killed on Flight 77, said making the Saudi connections public would be historic. But she said another trial should also get going. The military tribunal at Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, which is their black site, जहाँ पे कोई अमेरिकन लॉज अप्लाई नहीं होता है, कोई ह्यूमन राइट्स का चक्कर नहीं है. The word we're getting is that President Biden wants to shut the trial down with a plea deal and take the death penalty away, Burlingame said. It's been an extremely long haul. Those proceedings won't be open to the public. It remains a death penalty case against 9/11 mastermind Khalid Sheikh Mohammed and 4 other alleged accomplices. It's ridiculous it's taken this long, said Brian Sullivan, a now retired Federal Aviation Administration official based in Boston, who warned of a terror attack at Logan months before it happened. They all should have been tried and hanged a long time ago, he told the Herald. The 9/11 families, however, are seeing this through. Our government made a deal with the devil, and there's something there we don't know, said Eagleson, who seemed tired but resolute. But it ain't over yet.
जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि